In this week's video, we're going to get to the truth about money, why we seem to have the most resistance to achieving it, and why unconditionally loving ourselves as a soul removes those blocks that separate us from the financial abundance and freedom we freaking deserve, damn it. If you are currently struggling to make ends meet and you feel like you've exhausted all hope, then you have come to the right place. So stick around and learn what it is that has been keeping you in the poorhouse. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Izzy, your soul energy alchemist, and I'm here to help you embrace your IZ-NESS and boss up your life. So, I thought this would be a great time of year to address one of the most challenging parts of the holidays and, life in general, the triggered reactions we have over our finances. Most of us, provide for our families the best we know how and are giving our all to earning a living. The doing. But when we fail to see the desired results of our hard labor, all our fears, they come up like an active volcano. I'm a failure. I can't do anything right. Why am I always broke? This way of thinking decimates everything in our path that we wish to accomplish. And why is that? Why, when no matter how much effort we're put forth, nothing seems to change? We default back to the same cycle of lack and depravity, which always messes with our mojo. And that is reflected to us in the mirror that is our 3D. What we don't realize that we are choosing a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven, because that is where we feel safe. It is where we felt safe as a child, even if it isn't preferred. And our inner child is forever running the adult show. Growing up, my parents unintentionally took the spirit out of Christmas every year, because they spent the previous 3 months arguing over the money, and then they reliably gave that unresolved stuff permission to show up that day. And while it always started off hopeful, with excitement for their children, family laughter and joy, became a snide comment over a gift my father gave my mother, and vice versa, exploding into a heated argument. And here we go. Their inability to manage their emotions took over. And, us kids bore the guilt of the moment, never even realizing what we were absorbing. And although we believed in Santa, we learned quickly that Santa was funded by, well, guess who? My dad, who actually dressed up as Santa a lot. And he was a great Santa. The memories we shared as a family, during those times were invaluable, but you can imagine the blurred lines, right? His relationship with money was a train wreck. The patterns of overspending, albeit from a generous heart, my father was a giver, God rest his soul, became a punishment soon after. And whether we had to hear them go at it over the cost of the gifts once that bill came, or constantly living under the perceived threat of our needs not being met. Never mind the unhealthy love dynamic played out between my parents my entire childhood. But thank God my brother and I were very blessed with a healthier functioning extended family, and we never went without. But that ingrained trauma that was the issue of money followed me every step of the way through the mental constructs of a lack mentality, from hoarding money to creating conflict around it, up until my spiritual awakening in 2017, and the teacher that showed me how to alchemize my fear-based energy and align closer to my soul. This inner energetic work is the key that turns the lock, and without it, we are forever running on the egoic hamster wheel that is our subconscious mind. And yet, this is why some of us have, successfully applied a few technical hacks regarding the law of attraction. But 99.999% of the time, it doesn't last, because we are trying to manifest from our ego, the very definition of swimming against the tide. which has us grinding it out over years and decades because we go from we go the ups and downs. And see, money is only printed paper that we have assigned meaning and power over us to, when in fact it is energy, like everything else here. And the use of money is only an exchange of that energy. Hence the term currency. Get it? Spending money from a place of love and a grateful heart says, I get to pay my mortgage. I am able to pay my bills every month, no problem. I can afford whatever I choose. This complete 180 from I can't, I shouldn't, and I'm unable to attracts an abundance of greater financial ease and prosperity, the side effect of aligning with who you are as a soul. Living from your passion in a purpose-driven life and who you are presently being automatically shifts the paradigm in the way money is perceived, both, personally and collectively. But this must be an internal game first. Take your focus off of the monetary value and place it onto the value and service work you are offering. This transmutes the fear-based energy because it raises our vibration immediately. And the more we come from our highest excitement, the more consistent the basal frequency is. But in order to witness permanent effects, we must deal with those limiting beliefs and become the observer of our thoughts. And yes, we can still attract material wealth, from fear, but it slips through our fingers in the form of, say, needing a major car repair, or the sudden loss of a job or family emergency, because we do not believe that we, A, are worthy of it, and B, that it's already ours. It comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. If it's good, then it will likely be bad. Happy, sad, up, down, and on and on. And once again, why? Because you have a belief about money that keeps showing up and proving you right. See, the universe doesn't hear words. It only responds to our frequency, like a radio dial. And since most of us don't know how to transmute our subconscious real that was birthed from an amalgamation of the inherited conditions and patterns since we were young, we unknowingly fixate on what we believe is wrong. Like, this windfall is freaking awesome, but it's too good to be true. Or, money is evil. So enjoying it, I know it's going to bite me in the ass. This much deserved promotion is going to come at the cost of my marriage. Instead of bringing our attention to all the things that we have to be thankful for, and from the place as if we already received it. Live in the end without attachment to how you think it's supposed to materialize, and embody the feeling it would generate. Let the universe worry about the details. You practice this. I am so thankful for the loving home and special holiday I provided for my family. Thank you, universe, God, source, for showing me that money comes so freaking easy. We are so blessed to have an unlimited supply of funds to help those in need and maintain that feeling. You will notice a difference right away in your heart space. It is that feeling that moves the needle. I mean, this is the sweet spot. It's your soul feelings. Are you living from your trauma, or are you choosing to acknowledge your divinity? The truth is there is always an abundance, and the laws of the universe are always working. So what are you asking for? An abundance of what you already embody, or an abundance of what you believe you don't? Booyah! When you have a thought about money, that is not serving you, I want you to stop. Just stop. Observe it. I don't care how you observe it. Observe it in your head. Put it here. Call it out. Call out the fear. I see you, or I feel you in my body. I'm noticing this pattern, and no, this is not what I believe. As many times as necessary. Maybe 10,000. Realign. realign, realign. Remember, this is an alchemy, a process, an undoing of who you think you are in order to become who you've always been, a soul. Don't listen to what your mind is trying to convince you of. Blah, blah, blah. It's a monkey. Your mind is that old addict, also known as your unconscious self, who only wants to keep you feeding it so it can get its fix and remain in a position of superiority. Fuck him, fuck her, fuck it. It's only a body part, like an ear. You are the God within, pure consciousness, a perfectly created being. But you must believe you are worthy of all that you desire, and you must not accept less than. You must wholeheartedly trust the process, even when it looks scary. Be fearless. Be as if. Step into it. Hold your head high and command, today is the day I step into my truth. I'm a money magnet. I am a master manifester, and I am the creator of my experience. I decide how shit's gonna go down. I'm gonna take back my power and expect everything to unfold in my favor. In closing today, this energetic work requires continuous and intended focus. It's normal to experience wobble as you are learning to balance both the physical and spiritual realms. So show yourself grace during this transformation. Ignore the 3D and remember that the universe is more dense and manifestation is going to be on a delay and that it will come in divine timing. In the meantime, bring your attention to the present moment and follow the inspired impulses from the synchronicities that your soul, has gifted to you. And finally, as I've said from day one, embrace your IZ-NESS and awaken your inner alchemist. You got this. I thank you so very much. Peace to all, rock on, and namaste.